Need ideas for ways to fill your sketchbook? This butterfly practice uses all the brushes you never use. Hey friends, what's up? My name is Shayda Campbell. Welcome to another episode of 50 Ways to Fill a Sketchbook, aka Fill a Sketchbook with me, aka my sketchbook journey. This is the sketchbook that I'm working in. The Canson XL pads, you can get them at Walmart or on Amazon. They're really good price and they are 140-pound cold pressed watercolor paper, which means you can add lots of wet media but you can also use pencil or pen or whatever. Today's sketchbook project, we are going to be using watercolor paints. Grab any set that you happen to have on hand. We're also going to get out a bunch of our different watercolor brushes. Now, if you only have one or two, that's fine. But if you have a bunch sitting in a jar or a drawer that you don't really use that often, this project is the perfect time to try out some of those different brushes and just kind of play around. You can see I've got an angled wash brush here and a mop brush and then some round brushes. So use some weird brushes for this project. Now my color palette today is kind of like warm browns and then mixed with some cool colors like blue and purple, but you can use any colors because all we're doing is painting a bunch of butterflies or even just moths. And here's how we're going to approach it. You just paint one wing at a time. 2 wings total, you get it. And we're just gonna try doing this with different brushes, like grab that big mop brush that you never use, or the oval wash brush, or the angle shader. And we're going to paint these little butterflies one wing at a time, and the wings can be any shape. They could be a triangle, they could be a square, they could be a circle, they could just be a puddle of paint. As long as there's 2 of them, it's going to look like a butterfly. So I'm just kind of playing around, trying some different things. And again, this series, 50 Ways to Fill a Sketchbook, it's all about practice and play and frankly, just good ideas for ways to fill your sketchbook and things to try. And your sketchbook is a place for you to get weird. So don't worry about using the brushes that you're scared of. These butterflies are gonna look so cute when you're all done. If you work in a nice color palette like mine, where you've got, contrasting or complementary colors like blue and yellow, I promise you it's gonna look really pretty when you're all done. And if you're really struggling to paint these butterflies, just begin with a line. That's your center mark, and then try working out the 2 wing shapes on each side. And you can use your large round brush or whatever brush you're comfortable with. You don't have to use the weird brushes. I need to say that for myself because I really struggle to just let myself practice because I always want to paint something good. I always want to do a good job. And if you think about it, like, how are you ever going to practice, experiment, and grow if all you ever want to do is paint things that you're good at, use the brushes that you're comfortable with? So that's what this series is all about, kind of getting outside my comfort zone a little bit and, giving myself the freedom to not do a good job, good in air quotes. Once you have these butterfly shapes in place, a lot of them have probably started to dry, so you can grab a little bit of black or a dark color on your small brush, something like a number 2 or 3 round. And we just need to add some little bodies, and this is where it really starts to come together because some of these butterflies are a very weird shape, but once you add that black line down the center, all of a sudden it's like, oh, I know what that is. And these blobs that you painted start to come to life and become recognizable. And the bodies at the center are just the first step. Because now that those butterflies have dried, we get to place patterns on the wings. And this is yet another chance to play, to practice, to try using different brushes and mixing up some different colors of paint and just really doing some basic mark making. Like if I just add the tiniest bit of pressure to this brush, what kind of mark emerges? What kind of mark do I place on the page? And these, again, remember, this is practice. This is not about doing a really, really good job of painting butterflies. This is about trying out your brushes, trying out different pressure, and just playing. So with that in mind, let's add some patterns to these butterfly wings. And don't worry about making them overly symmetrical either. Just have fun and just paint whatever comes into your head. We used fairly light colors to paint the wings, light yellows and browns, and sort of a grays and periwinkles. Now we can use dark browns, dark purples, dark blues, and add all these wonderful dots and lines and marks, just basic marks. Go ahead, have some fun, play. Like my shirt? You can get one for yourself. Check the merch shelf below this video. As you add these designs and marks as well, you can also make a mess of them. Here I'm done these purple dots, and then I just took a damp brush and kind of blended them out a little bit, so I get this really pretty effect on the bottom of the wings. After I added a few designs, I also felt like I needed some more little butterflies, and I wanted to mention that if you struggle to paint 2 wings, just try painting a triangle. Like, that's really all you have to do, and then you can divide that triangle later on with that black line, that black body, and again, you've got a pretty little butterfly. So just go easy on yourself and don't worry about getting it perfect. Just like the leaves and flowers that we always paint, these are all about the perfectly imperfect. And don't forget to grab those weird brushes for the mark making as well. It's not just about the wings. Here I've got a flat wash brush and I've just got a really liquidy black on the end, and I'm kind of doing some mark making for these designs. And to complete this piece, I wanted to try something that I feel like I always see this online when I'm looking at watercolor stuff on Pinterest. I wanted to add some like messy splatters, because water painting is all about that messy, watery, inky look, and I never do anything like that. So I just was kind of whacking the brush against the table and letting the paint splatter onto the booklet. And then because I didn't get enough big splatters, I just added a few droplets, like painted droplets on there. And I used a really, really watery black paint for that. And that's it. My butterfly practice is complete. I hope you'll give this a try. It's a wonderful way to think about a color palette, try out all those weird brushes that might be scaring you a little bit, and just have some fun. And of course, fill your sketchbook. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.